we're back again. Post OBS crash for the third time. We're gonna give this a shot. Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen again, because it requires a full system restart. It does, so I can't just, it's not like I can just push the button and come back on and redo all the programming and all that nonsense. See if these things are aligning. Not yet. Go ahead and toggle them. All right. Hopefully it stays up. Try and keep wiggling my head and watching my preview window here to see if it, if I can tell whether it's freezing or not. We were ready for pushback too. It was going well. Get our route back in there. And then we'll need to resolve this little discontinuity here. Although we can do it here since it's we know that's coming. And that restriction was 250 and 12,000. Not 120,000. Activate and exec that. I did reconnect to PilotEdge, so I'm trying to think what else we need to do here. Cali power can come on. Hydraulic pumps are on. Our window heat, torpedo heat. Captain Poppins, thank you for the follow. Hopefully you get more of a stream to watch than the last 2 nights when I've been trying to get this thing to work, but I've been having OBS issues for the first time ever. Never really had anything even approaching this kind of a problem before, so not quite sure what's going on. Alright, are these aligning now? No. Hey Jay, thanks for the host, man. Hopefully it's worth it, and hopefully everything starts working here. We've been having some troubles. Alright, let's see if that ticks them over. Yeah, passengers are probably salty about the delay. Yeah, exactly. This is, I mean, things don't crash, hopefully. Hopefully software doesn't crash in a real plane, but same idea, right? Alright, so we need to wait for these to start aligning. Once this starts counting down from 7 to 6, then I'll know it's actually working. It does seem to be it's a little touchy about this sort of thing. The brake is on. Sometimes you have to toggle it to get it to go. I honestly have not quite figured out what the issue is, but in the meantime, we can go set our takeoff numbers. Looks like we'll have V1 at 133, 135, 144 for VR and V2. Flaps will be 5% or 5 degrees. Trim will be 3.4. So go down here and set that. Watching that number right there. It's pretty good. Transponder, we had turned that on. 5665 is the correct code, so I'll turn that. Alright. Going yet? Nope. 7 minutes. The position is set. Any ideas from the peanut gallery here? Hydraulics are not depleted. I can see the pressure down there. Parking brake is on, so the airplane is not moving. And yet, our status countdown on the alignment still shows 7 minutes. I guess I can just turn them off. Wait for these to go out this time. Maybe that was our issue. Okay. Just watch this for a second here. To recap, we do have our clearance. Everything's set. We're at B-15 at Salt Lake. Hopefully going to be on our way to Vegas here at some point. I will admit I don't do well with these sort of issues. I like everything to just work. Altimeter's good. We won't be going anywhere until we get our gauges working. So, oh, look at this. Now we have no position. Well, that's interesting. Wonder why that is. We'll see if putting that in kicks things over. In the meantime, we can take a look at the procedure. I think 161 to 4728. 4,728 feet, which is like 500 feet above where we are right now. Right turn to Hopto. So basically straight to Hopto, and then we'll be going to Weevik, Zuby at 14,000, Gitlin at precisely 250 knots and at or below 16,000, and then so on. But we were given a restricted top altitude of 10,000, so we'll basically just climb as fast as we can up to 10,000 and then hold that for further instructions. Counting down yet? I know this is like watch pot never boil status, but it's up just in case we need them later. IRSs, come on. What's the deal here? Out of the way here real quick. I'm going to take a quick look at the manual, make sure I'm not doing something wrong. I've flown this plane before several times. Hey Iowa, how you doing, bud? Thanks for stopping in. We've been battling some issues again. It may be that this doesn't show anything other than 7 until it gets into the below 7 minutes countdown, but I sure would like to see something actually working before I have some, to give me some confidence that we're actually getting somewhere here. Because this is starting to get a little tedious. Even for me. Tractor can come on. We'll be on heading 161 if and when we ever actually get to go anywhere.
Southwest 1508, descend past excursion, maintain flight level 320.
If the passengers weren't salty by now, or before, they certainly are by now. But the galley power's on, so the coffee can cook. That's what's important. All right, 6 minutes. So it is aligning now. That's excellent. Okay, so we can finish the rest of our pre-flight. This all looks fine. Enoch, direct casino, from casino to Luxor to Grandpa, and then basically on our way in from there, we'll probably get vectored. Bodie Walker, thanks for the follow, my friend. Appreciate it. Hope you are having a good evening. Yeah, we'll get some extra peanuts out. Have the insight. In-flight TV. It's good for the passengers. It doesn't help me. I suppose I could show YouTube clips or something up here. That'd be fine. Alright, once this gets to 0, we'll have some instruments and then we can do our pushback. In the meantime, we can start up the APU. Basically get everything else ready to go. Lights can come on.
Seattle Tower, Delta 163, Horton Short, 16 left at Charlie.
Watch the temperature on the
Delta
APU come up.
1263, Seattle Tower, wind 220 at 10, running 16 left.
Exactly, Jazz. That's maintenance. It's a ATC delay of
left, clear for takeoff,
some kind.
Southwest 1508, Salt Lake City, 133.9.
Please ask your question in chat so I can answer it and other people can see it. No secret back channel questions. Alright, APU's up, so we'll switch over to the APU. Turn our ground power off.
628, fly the runway 8, transition, connect Albuquerque approach 123.9.
You need a throttle and joystick for X-Plane. I mean, eventually you will definitely want one. There are cheap ones out there. You don't need much. You could definitely use the Xbox One to get to know it. It's not going to be anywhere near as enjoyable as with a stick, but like a Logitech Extreme 3D is pretty cheap. That's what I have seen this. This joystick right here has not only been kind of the go-to for years, and as you can see, it's the #1 bestseller on Amazon, but it is even the stick that is used with like commercial FAA certified flight sims. Not like the big full motion ones, but just like desktop trainers use those. So, I mean, it's perfectly capable stick for its sim. Jazz has the 4D. Jazz also has a real plane, so he can go sit in his cockpit and play with that. He doesn't need the Logitech. All right, 3 more minutes on these suckers, and we'll get pushed back and get out of here. Ground power's turned off, so we're fully running on the APU now for our electricity. Turn the APU bleed on, get some airflow going. Jazz, don't pretend like you don't go sit in your plane's cockpit on the ground and make airplane noises. Don't even pretend. But yeah, for screwing around with it, a Xbox controller will work just fine. I don't know that I would want to do much in the way of like online flying or anything that required any kind of precision without a stick of some kind, but yeah, do beware. It is a slippery slope into bankruptcy. Good evening, Toronto Rail. Good to see you, man. I didn't get to say good evening to you earlier because the stream crashed when you said hello. So.
Connect departure.
So far, so good. We've been going 15 minutes or so. It's been crashing anywhere between 18 and 30 minutes. So if it dies again, fair warning, I'm calling it because my tolerance for this sort of shenanigans is low on a good day, and we're not off to a good day yet. So
Delta 1263, Seattle departure radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
Once these come up, we'll get pushed back. You can hear the APUs on now. Be a nose right pushback, so we can head down eventually. Oh. 1-6 left, and that's what we programmed. Jazz, you should do Oshkosh. You should do one of the group flight arrivals. Work on your formation skills. I have a buddy of mine who flies in the Bonanza Army every year. Keith went to Oshkosh again too. I don't know if he's posted his video yet of his arrival, but he did a couple years ago. He did the Fisk arrival and had a cockpit video that was like terrifying. His turn to final was like steep and very close to the ground. Scary. But he flies a Lancer, so he already takes his life on. When you fly an experimental, you already take your life into your own hands, so his risk profile is a little different. Hey, look at that. Those look like gauges. All right, we're getting somewhere now. Let's turn TCAS on. Okay. Toggle the brake. I retract the jet bridge. I think there is a Piper mass arrival. I'm not precisely sure, but I imagine there's got to be. Yeah, Cherokee Dodge. There you go. All right, so we are going to do a nose right pushback. While we are doing that, let's go ahead and start engines. Don't worry, we'll make the delay in the air. You bet. You bet. Alright, so now we're watching N2. Well, it gets to be about 12 or 14-ish. There's 14. Bring it to some gas. Set our auto brake while we're waiting. The engine's starting up there. We'll go ahead and stop there for the pushback since it wasn't turning us very quickly. And go ahead and start the right engine.
Delta 1263 connect
Your
to
fuel pump's
Seattle
on.
126.6.
Yeah, websites for GAs not work too well. And two's up. Some gas. Parking brake is set. Let me go reset our trim back to before Salisi. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you are enjoying the stream. Get fresh weather. Salt Lake altimeter is
Delta 1263.
still 2993. Great. Generator
Southwest
1
1508 connect Salt Lake approach
online.
128.1.
Recirc fan is on. We'll get the packs on in a second. Flight altitude will be 34,000 and a landing altitude of about 2,100. Go flight mode. Okay, second engine is on. Generator's on. I can pull the APU off and off. The pack's on to get the air conditioning going. That should shut everyone up in the back. Alright, we have a working plane. We have a working stream. We're in good shape here, folks. Long may they both continue to be working. Alright, so we just pushed off the terminal here.
Descend via the Delta 4 arrival runway 16 right.
Ground frequency is 123.775.
Southwest
it to match up
1508,
there.
area
You can
of
see
moderate
where-
to heavy precipitation, 12 o'clock in 16 miles.
So we're right short of
Extends
Hotel
10
5
miles
there.
along your route of flight.
Or Hotel 7, I should say. Salt Lake ground Southwest 2146 with the weather. Just pushed off Bravo 15, taxi for departure.
Southwest 1508, roger. Southwest 2146, solid ground, runway 16 left, taxi via hotel.
16 left via hotel, Southwest 2146. Okay, so hotel's right here. Basically, it's this taxiway right there. So couldn't be more simple. We'll just need to turn over real quick. Get out of the way of this plane next to us. While we're doing so, I'll get the flaps for takeoff. Flaps 5. There we go.
Delta 1263, climb and maintain flight level 340.
It's working. It's all working. Everything's working fine so far. So we'll be on this heading for 500 feet and then direct hop tow, which you can see on our little computer here. Oops. Is basically right off the runway. And then we'll be tracking the procedure from there. Our initial climb is just 10,000, so don't have to worry about that. Nothing too complicated for the departure. We'll look at the arrival once we kind of get up and going. Sure we're heading the right runway. We are. Trying to real asks if X-Enviro ever goes on sale. That's a great question. I have never seen it on sale. And I know it's not the cheapest piece of software you'll ever see by any stretch. It is pretty windy here. Getting about 25 knots right now, according to my data refs, and you can see the windsocks blowing pretty good, so we'll see if we get bounced around at all on our departure. Alright, parking brake on. Give the overhead a quick check. Isolation valves on auto, everything's on auto. APU bleed can come off since the APU is off. Wipers are fine, anti-ice is... pitot heat's on, window heat's on, we don't need our engine anti-ice. Everything looks good. Fuel pumps are good. Go ahead and get our lights on. Bob Ross, Bob Ross, Bob Ross, Bob Ross. Cool story, Bob. That all looks good. Departure procedure is pretty simple. We'll throw it on LNAV fairly quickly. Climb out 220. And let's go ahead and get our tower frequency is 16 left is 119.05. And we know our departure frequency will be 128.1 from our clearance earlier. Okay. Flaps are good, auto brakes are good. MCP is set for now. I think we're ready to roll. Salt Lake City Tower, Southwest 2146, short of 16 left, ready to go.
Southwest Southwest 2146, Salt Lake Tower, wind 17025, gust 31, RNAV to hop to running 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Run up top to 16 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 2146. Alright, let's roll. Quick, before everything crashes. Arm the auto throttle. Here's V1 and V2. Our climb, those gear up. Laps can start coming in. Do a level change up to 10,000 and straight to LNAV. Flaps down to 1.
Southwest 2146, connect departure.
Or departure 2146. Alright, flaps all the way in. Gears all the way up, good. Salt Lake departure, Southwest 2146 through 5,600 for 10,000.
Southwest 2146, Salt Lake departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 230, delete speed restrictions.
230 and delete speed restrictions for Southwest 2146. So we'll just change this. We're already in level change mode. Yeah, that dot matrix printer sound is going to be with us the whole flight. That is the manual trim wheel.
210.
This big black and white thing here being rotated by the autopilot to help fly the plane vertically. And it is fairly loud. Alright, so we can go ahead and increase our climb to 245. We're at direct top toe. Little nose down just a little bit to pick up the climb, pick up the speed. 240, we'll set it 245. Sammy Dog 9, thank you for the follow, and Orderly Reaper, thank you for the follow. So feel free to say hi in chat. Let me know where you're watching from, that sort of thing. Get our gear to off. Landing lights can come in.
Approach 125.7.
Taxi light can come off. Everything else looks good. Thanks, Jazz. Oh, we never turned the fasten seatbelt sign on. Oh no. There. Now everyone's flying around back there because they didn't have their seatbelts on. Jeez. Alright, passing through 10,000, so we can go and speed up to 280. We're in climb mode on the engines. All passengers were killed instantly. I mean, it's a Southwest flight, so there's not that many people on it. The concussions on United happen before takeoff, not during takeoff. Let's be fair. Say see you to Las Vegas, or Salt Lake City, excuse me.
Southwest 1508, descend and maintain 6,000.
Very exciting scenery around here, if you like brown stuff. But hey, Fred. Yeah, we're flying so far. The only thing I changed is I switched back to my old audio arrangement instead of my new fancy wireless headset. So far so good, but Yeah, I mean, the mountains are cool, for sure. I don't love how the textures kind of square off onto the mountains here because of the ortho. I would love to see it blend in a little bit more, but that's kind of a universal complaint I have about how ortho does its thing. And really, I think that's reflective of the satellite photography that it's using, so. Alright, so we're at 23,000, going up 23,000. That's as high as the Salt Lake approach controller can give us, and then he'll hand us off to a center controller, and that person will give us higher, up to our cruise of 34,000. But as you can see from here, we're still not even to Hopto yet, and Hopto is supposed to be 14,000 exactly, so in terms of our climb performance, we're doing just fine, but this would keep us restricted lower, so it's nice to be able to be able to climb straight up and also not worry about the speeds either. It does help us tootle along a little faster.
2146 connects on exit at 133.9er.
133.9er for 2146. There's that handoff I just talked about. Salt Lake Center, Southwest 2146 through 15,300 for flight level 230.
Southwest 2146 Salt Lake Center, climb and maintain flight level 340.
340 for 2146. So that's our climb up to cruise. Alright, yes. Now that we're on the departure, flying stably, everything's cleaned up post takeoff, we can go walk through the extremely highly detailed cockpit, or cabin, I should say.
08, look airport south, 11 miles.
Obviously, they don't spend a lot of time texturing and working on this, nor should they, because it would just drag the frame rates down. But you will see, sadly, this plane is not equipped with seat back TVs. But yes, complimentary alcoholic beverages all around for the passengers, the stream watchers, maybe even the flight crew. We'll see how things go. Passing through up to 180, so we'll reset the altimeter to 29902. We'll get a random cloud layer for no apparent reason.
1508, connect tower 132.65.
Now that we're up here, we can also turn on our weather radar, see if there's anything worth seeing out there. I doubt it. You never know. So Zuby is our next fix, 4 miles away. We were supposed to cross it at exactly 250 knots and 14,000. We're obviously faster and higher, so just by the controller giving us that climb and the delete speed restrictions instruction, we're already off to a quicker flight than we would have normally been out of Salt Lake. That's a good feeling. The weather radar does work with XEnviro. Indeed it does. Works great. I don't know that we'll see much weather because it's summer and we're in the Utah and Nevada, but you will pick up reflections from clouds. It's pretty cool, actually. Alright, 210.
You can connect clearance for the clearance. You should not connect there for that.
This plane does seem to have one little weird, oh yeah, Utah Lake. Oh, that's loud. Oh, that's cool. That's the nice thing about ortho photos. Once you get up high enough, they really look nice. And we'll be up high enough for this flight that we'll get to see some pretty, it's pretty nice looking scenery. This thing does have a bug. I noticed all of the ETA times are correct to the plane's clock, which says 1936 GMT because I'm simulating daytime hours, except the arrival, which is in like real time right now. But it does say top of climb will be in about 15 minutes. When will top of descent be? 20:05. So about 30 minutes.
Loud and clear.
Go ahead and put that. I'll put that up on my status bar so latecomers know what the progress of the flight is.
Appropriate call sign. You cannot have a 0 as the first digit.
I'll go ahead and start getting my Las Vegas stuff put together.
Southwest 1508, kind of ground 1.
This will be our arrival. The Grandpa one, we're coming in directly at Casino, not with any of the existing transitions. So when we get handed over to Las Vegas approach, he'll probably give us a descent. But as you can see, really the first kind of thing to worry about is this fixed Luxor at 12,250 knots. And yes, the dot matrix printer is going hog wild. So how was everyone's day? How's everyone doing?
Southwest 1508.
Jazz use a exclamation point and that'll work instead of an at. See? My Nightbot takes care of y'all. I don't know if it has TAFs. I don't know if I put TAFs in there. I can do that. My IRC bot has TAFs, so I'll have to wire that up for next time.
63 connects level 7135.45.
Very excited about a bunch of audio gear that I purchased over the last couple days just to continue overcomplicating the stream. Will let me do crazy stuff like live process the PilotEdge audio to make it sound more VHF-ish and yet make my voice yet even more robust and amazing. So it's definitely over engineering, but that's audio gear for you. Pretty excited about it. Also excited to get this Twitch affiliate stuff going. I'm over the numerical qualifications now to get my affiliate level and get my sub.
63 Seattle, Roger.
Made my own made my own sub alert. Got that wired up for the first big sub whenever that might come in. Chili, thanks for the host, man. Appreciate that. I know you were trying to host earlier while you had your viewers going. I appreciate the thought. We had some troubles. I'm gonna throw this over to V now because I think we're good to go. Yeah, if you turn it up too much and it starts clipping, that's not what we want.
46 connect Salt Lake City 120.27.
120.27 for Southwest 2146. Salt Lake Center, Southwest 2146, flight level 299.
Southwest 2146, Salt Lake Center, Roger.
This is going to make us speed up a little bit for the sake of the VNAV here before we resume our climb. It's trying to get us up to 290 knots in the climb. Asked if you had the weather, and you told them you'd report field in sight. It seems like the answer to a different question.
November 872 Roman.
All right, there we go. Now we're at 290, so the climb is back up. We got
November
4,000 more
872
feet.
Roman is clear to depart Collins Airport via asphalt, maintain 8,000. Approach frequency 126.1, squawk 2432, hold for release.
This is the Enoch VOR. We'll be next after this one here, and then after Enoch, we're going straight to the arrival fix.
Malibu 70 Romeo squawk.
Oh, the clipped audio. I
2432,
got you.
hold
I
for
got you. I
release.
got you. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to clip. Digital clipping is different than the analog bandpassed VHF simulation that I'm going to be able to
Malibu
do
72 Romeo, read that correct. And,
with my
again, hold for
setup.
release, call
So
me ready for departure this frequency.
I'd love to get it wired up so that whenever I push my press to talk button, my voice is processed the same way. That would be pretty cool. That might be a bridge too far, but we'll see. That's pretty sweet though. Thanks, Chili. I appreciate that, man. It's nice to be back after spending most of the summer not streaming. I've been back at it now and knocked out a couple smaller plane streams, and then this is my first airliner stream in a while. And so far so good on the
November 872 Romeo, roger, release for departure.
OBS hanging together, the plane hanging together. We definitely had some bumps over the last. This is the third time I've tried to stream this flight, and the previous two times ended before we even pushed back from the gate. So kind of annoying. Thank you to all 20,000 of you watching this stream. Appreciate all of you. 20,000 viewers on the plane with me. It's a full plane. Jess. That's awesome. Oh, Chili, nice man. That hard drive's gonna be great. Sidetone, yeah, you could probably do that. That would be interesting too, I suppose. I should look into that. Jazz, I just want it so whenever I hit my push to talk, somebody says I'm on guard. You're on guard. That's awesome, Chili. 2 terabytes is enough to get ZL16 for the whole PilotEdge area, I think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not out into like Texas and such, but should get you a decent start at it. All right, 34,000, Mach 0.73. Is that our planned cruise? Sure is, 735. And we are direct to Enoch
November
VOR.
872 Romeo, Denver departure ident.
On Reddit Flight Sim the other day, there was a post of someone, and the title of their post was "Always on Guard," and it was like a picture of some fighters
72 Romeo, ready contact,
sitting in the
north
ramp or whatever.
Field Airport.
And there was no comment, so I just commented and said, "You're on guard." And I think that has like 10 upvotes or something like that so far. That's still the only comment on this guy's picture. JIW8526, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Jazz, you laugh with all that, you know, fake ATC. I flew into a real life fly-in a couple years ago at Scappoose Municipal, which we flew out of on stream a couple days ago. And it's an untowered field, but some joker was on the CTAF frequency with a transceiver on the ground, like giving fake ATC. It was not good. It was not good at all. I was cringing big time. And the guy I was flying with, who's a CFI, CFII, and also happens to have been my VATSIM ATC student at one point. We were just rolling our eyes big time because this was just a dude in a lawn chair giving instructions to planes. I feel like that's got to be illegal. It's definitely a bad idea. Not good. Well, that's the other problem, Fred, is, yeah, the students out of Hillsborough that are working on their aviation English. Like the Scappoose is a popular destination since it has a, I think it has an ILS, but it's far enough from Hillsborough to get the students working on their cross-country IFR and so on. Please, this is X-Plane 11. You're looking at X-Plane 11. This is 11:05. I need to update my Twitch bio, I suppose. I'll go do that since we're at cruise. Yeah. Where's the button? There it is. Yeah. Oh no, I'm watching my own stream. There it is. Pause. $7:05. Oh. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't, and the thing is, you know, there weren't that many planes. It was not necessary. And yes, exactly. The guy with no radio is going to come in and screw up Mr. ATC man's perfect world, and it's all going to go bad. So if you're not an actual ATC, don't be an ATC. Although I will note with the eclipse coming over Oregon, there's several fields that are getting temporary towers. Hanana Clip, thanks for the follow. Love the name. Madras Airport, which is Sierra 33, is right in the middle of the totality zone, and they are already like booked out for reservations for tie downs and everything for months. They're doing lots of camping spots and that sort of thing. But they'll have a temp tower because of all the traffic. Pearson, just north of Portland, is getting a temp tower, even though it's not in the zone, but there's going to be so much traffic into the Portland area from people coming through here and then driving into Central Oregon that they're stuffing it up. And they actually published a whole NOTAM for Madras. Where did I post it? I posted it somewhere. Adams Vane, thanks for the follow. Yeah, here's the NOTAM. Oregon Solar Fest. They're expecting like 15,000 people for this thing. So they haven't published the frequency yet, but there'll be a temporary tower that will be staffed for like 4 days or 5 days here with route planning instructions, and like, it's basically like an Oshkosh level NOTAM. So. I don't know how many people will read this thing, but they're expecting skydiving operations apparently during the thing. So yeah, pretty interesting. They're doing assigned departure and arrival times too. So if you're not in your slot, then forget about it. And it says we're over Fish Lake National Park.
November 7th, Romeo Connect Denver approach 134.85.
Smoke seems interesting. Is that good? Hopefully it's good. Temperatures look fine, so. Yeah, I'm taking that Monday off. We won't be in the totality zone where I live, and I'm not stupid enough to try and get on the roads. They're anticipating it'll be absolutely insane. Around here, but well, please, that's a good question. My X-Plane install and my ortho scenery are separate, so
November 7th, Romeo, did you expect that?
We'll let it count at my X-Plane install here. And I don't know if this will follow the symbolic links to my ortho scenery or not. But let's come back. Yeah, it looks like 44, so that doesn't count my ortho scenery. So there's 45 gigs in the X-Plane scenery between planes and custom planes and custom airport scenery. And then at the moment, I have about 800 gigs of the ortho photos, and I'm set up for much more than that. So yeah, the 93% area, I think that's fairly close to what my percentage is. So I could drive about an hour south and be in the 100%, but everyone else and their dog will be doing that. Since it's also forecasted to be nice and clear. So I'll probably just take the kids out in the front yard, give them their special eclipse glasses and say, look, cool. For those who don't know, the ortho that I'm talking about is the scenery here, the photographic satellite photo scenery. That adds a lot of disk space, obviously, because it's all JPEGs basically that are downloaded. But it's not necessary. The sim will give you some scenery to look at. So, but it does look awful nice, especially from open altitude. And you can choose the resolution of the photos you download as well, and you don't have to, you download individual tiles that represent some area. So if you don't care about having ortho for, Europe, then you don't have to have it. So I just have the PilotEdge coverage area because I do all my flying on PilotEdge. But it does, it's nice. It's much nicer than default. I'll show you my coverage map real quick. I have not finished getting the entire PilotEdge area, and I also haven't done it at full res. Full resolution that I want. But you can see the tiles I have built right now. So the PilotEdge area actually goes out here, out to Amarillo, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, El Paso. So this kind of corner needs to get built, and then Montana and so on needs to get built. But it's a good start. Please, you're in the 100% range? That's interesting.
November 7-2 right now.
I would have thought you were
8 miles from
too
the
far south
marker,
for that.
turn off
That's
heading
cool.
360. Maintain 7,000 till stops and localizer cleared. ILS running 33 approach.
Alright, so we're coming up on Enoch. About 10 minutes till the plane will want to do its descent. We'll see if we get handed off before then. $160. Yeah, I think that's about what we're getting here. But yeah, they're having a big solar fest in the Oregon desert with people coming from around, I think around the world. They're expecting something like 5 to 8 hour delays on the roads, not even travel times, but just delays on trying to get to and from Central Oregon because of that. Well, I will be staying right here. I like eclipses, but I'm not too into that sort of thing. And people have made their plans 2 years ago, so. Don't forget your glasses then. And no sunglasses are not sufficient. Despite the name. Your battleground skills will go down, Diane, if you blind yourself. I feel compelled to notify you of that. So far, so good on the stream. We're at
November 72, Romeo,
almost
have
an
a
hour.
between you and the
So.
Fort Collins Airport where the service terminated. Report
It really
KSH
sucks
154
if
on this
the
frequency,
wireless
frequency
headset that I got
changeover.
is the cause of that. 'Cause I like that headset, and not having to have this wire coming off my head was nice. But having the stream crash was not nice. Did not enjoy that.
Southwest 2146, connect Los Angeles Center 133.55.
3355 for Southwest 2146, so long. Los Angeles Center, good evening. Southwest 2146, flight level 340. Mm-hmm. Ground control to Major Tim, exactly. Where's our Los Angeles friends? Los Angeles Center, Southwest 2146, 340.
Southwest 2146, Los Angeles Center. Good evening. Cross 20 miles northeast of Casino intersection at maintain flight level 240.
Okay, 20 miles northeast of Casino at flight level 240 for Southwest 2146. There is probably a way to program that into the descent computer. I don't know what it is. But we have basically, she said 20 miles, so we have 86 miles to Casino, so 66 miles to drop 10,000 feet.
Calling the request Eagle sign.
So I think we can probably chill up here for a little bit. I'll set it down to 240.
Our netter 875 out Cal approach. Go ahead with your request.
There we go. By the way, please, you mentioned getting X-Plane and doing a total newbie stream. I would be more than happy to assist you in those endeavors. We hop in Discord and I watch your stream, then I can give you over-the-shoulder advice.
Netter 875 squawk 6.
I have done that before with a couple folks, so no problem, can do.
Clips 3 Sierra, great taxi, Park B Sierra Hotel, remain this frequency. Have a great night. We'll see you.
I'm gonna give a shout out to yeah, they managed not to crash and burn. I mean, they knew what they were doing, so they were competent to fly the plane. That was Chili Willies, who may still be lurking around in chat.
Raptor 77 Los Angeles.
He's a experienced DCS streamer, so he knew his way around an aircraft. He just didn't know X-Plane, and he didn't know civil aviation, so we were talking through some of the navigation and that sort of thing. I want to call out Mr. Open Mailbox in the chat. He's a friend of mine for many, many years, and building himself a nice little Twitch streaming career. He does streams of game development, he does programming lessons, all sorts of cool stuff. Totes tossed him a follow. He's a cool dude. I don't have a fancy shout out command like some people, so that will have to do.
Have a great rest of your evening. Netter 875, not receiving anything. Verify the spot code 6114. How you done?
You can also wait for X-Plane to go on sale. I believe it may go on sale occasionally on the Steam sales. I have not 100% sure about that. But I think it's still $60. I feel like that's a pretty decent deal for what you get. You know, worldwide scenery, a ton of planes to play with, both military, civil, big, small. The default planes that come with X-Plane are pretty sweet.
What's your plane cruise altitude? That is 875. Thank you. Just confirm you are Pilatus BC-12 and your departure airport.
Yeah, Fred K, I almost do exclusively Bug Smashers IFR. In fact, if you check out my YouTube, which I will plug, you will find plenty of recordings of flights that I've done in the Commander, in the Bonanza, and I think I've got a couple Cessna flights, a Baron, all sorts of stuff, all over the western U.S. I'm a huge fan of the airspace, being a Portland resident myself, and it's actually more rare that I fly airliners than I do GA. So I've got lots of GA flights out there on the old YouTubes.
Niner Victor Alpha Charlie Echo San Luis ground. Runway 29 taxi.
And everything I
Alpha,
post on
taking
YouTube is higher
detection
res
flight
than
aircraft
what
type.
you'd find on Twitch too. It's double the resolution. So you have the choice, watch it on YouTube. Quality will be better.
Roger. Confirm your taxi instruction. Raptor 7, send you go into landmark. Raptor 77 air taxi
I'm gonna go ahead and start our descent now.
Millfall Complex, and
So-
you can remain this frequency. Have a wonderful evening.
Let's go ahead and slow down a little bit and start on down.
Raptor 7 cross 25 right.
Yosose? Something like that. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Go ahead and descend at 260. That should be fine.
Ask me about checking in, say the call sign. And 106 Alpha Victor, I did hear you. Someone was asking about a specific check-in. That's why I said what I said.
Yeah, 2500 would be fine as a
You just
tube
did
liner
have a
passenger.
control
You
change,
you
so
would
I'm
feel
not
that the plane
sure
nosed
where it
over,
was,
but
so yeah, you probably have to redo
the
it.
pressurization would be more than able to keep up with that.
And who was asking for the ticket again? You were blocked.
Yeah, see, cabin altitude here is showing 7,000, I think, 7,000 feet. So it's going to hold the cabin at the same pressure altitude for a while.
Thank you.
D-Corp, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a good evening. The green arc here is when we'll reach that altitude. So you can see we're probably going to be in a little bit in advance of our restrictions. So, oh, ho hum. Okay, yeah, I know you from Discord. We've chatted a couple times. We were talking audio stuff the other day on Cat Traders Discord. Put our speed up to 280 now that we're out of the flight levels a little bit. We'll steepen our descent. Let's go to VS mode before this gets... Yeah, 4,400 might be a little much. We'll keep that at 2,500. It should be fine. So Casino's our next fix, that's right here, and then Luxor's after that. And we'll be kind of in from there. Into Las Vegas. Let's check the weather. Spoiler alert. It's nice. Las Vegas reporting winds 230 at 10. Visibility greater than 6 miles. Few clouds 12,000. altimeter 2981. We'll get that in there in a sec. Okay, here's 24,000. We got 12 miles to spare since we're 31 miles to casino. I'll let the engines come up and keep the speed at 280. We'll see if we need to use the speed brake on the way in. In this plane, that's not uncommon, so. See one of those tile boundaries that I'm talking about where the photographs are just a little bit off from each other. But if you hide it, I mean, that looks pretty cool. It's pretty rad looking. That's our estimate, so I'll clear that.
Letter 875 affirmative. Contact Los Angeles Center 134.
I guess we're gonna land right in about 15 minutes.
Niner Victor Alpha Charlie.
Your lights on.
San Luis Tower. Close traffic approved. Report method each time 1310 at 9 runway 29 clip at takeoff. Affirmative.
Can go get our
North 6 Alpha Foxtrot,
landing numbers as well.
Request with ground.
For an approach, we'll do 30 knots, which gives us a VREF of 138. That's pretty darn high, but our weights, that's because we're heavy. So we'll set that for a 30.
Southwest 2146, Los Angeles, correction, contact Los Angeles Center 124.85.
LAM 124.85 for Southwest 2146. Los Angeles Center, Southwest 2146, flight level 240. $24.85, right? That's what she said. Sour cream and onion Pringles. That's an excellent name. Thank you for the follow.
Southwest 2146, disregard.
And Center Southwest 2146 did check in with you.
Southwest 2146, Los Angeles Center, thank you. Cross Luxor, I maintain 2000 Las Vegas, altimeter 2981.
Luxor at 12,000 for Southwest 2146. Go ahead and get that on there. This is the VNAV path here, and it thinks we need to... It already thought we needed to get lower, so... Let's go ahead and do that. Center, just for clarification, does that descent instruction mean the speed restriction at Luxor is canceled, or is it still in play?
Those 2146, all speed restrictions still apply unless ATC specifically states that it's to the area speed restrictions delete speed restrictions.
Okay, thank you.
106 Alpha.
Wasn't sure. Figured it was a good chance to ask. She wasn't too busy.
Taxiway Alpha and the sport.
I'll program in that slowing up once we get to casino here.
6 Alpha Foxtrot, I just want to confirm you said it was for the Cat 4.
And we will probably need our speed brake here because we're already at 287. So.
Thank you. Nutter Victor Alpha Charlie Echo, Rover 2 clear for the option. It looks like you're kind of widening out there on the downwind. You want to keep it pretty close to the airport.
Cedric 2021, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Go ahead and pop the speed brake out. Let's slow down a little bit. See, the brakes are out there. Still gonna be close. Because we're gonna get to 12,000 right at Luxor. But we're very slowly slowing down. So. Engines are idle, by the way, in case you're wondering. As they probably will be for pretty much whenever we're descending. We are slowly slowing down, so hopefully we'll get down to 250. Zoom the map in a little bit there so you can see we are scheduled to hit 12,000 right before Luxor, so when we level off there, the plane should have no trouble slowing down to make our crossing restriction. We do need to get our altimeter set though. Generate one. And after Luxor, we're supposed to hit Grandpa at 11,000, but she hasn't given us a descend via the arrival or anything like that, so looks like she wants to manually manage that for now. Thank you to the 27,000 of you aboard this plane. Appreciate all of you watching on a Saturday night with me. Had some issues earlier and last night, but it feels good to get it up and going. Now we just have to fly the arrival properly and land the plane properly.
Victor Alpha Charlie Echo, Tech Park V Alpha this frequency today.
I expect we'll get a Vegas approach handoff here pretty quick soon as well.
We're not a Victor Alpha Charlie Echo, Roger will send
Okay, so there's our altitude coming up. As soon as the engines start pulling up here, I will pull in the speed brake. There they go, and there goes the speed brake. 12,250 knots.
Clear to San Jose International Airport, Shannon departure, cannot transition in this valve. Flying V6, squawk 5674. Eclipse 36 feedback. Correct, expect
So we're now passing Luxor,
right.
on the way to Grandpa, then Dublix, and Frog. And Frog is the next speed change down to 210.
Eclipse 36 array, yeah, sure, expect runway 19 right. So those 2146, contact Las Vegas approach 133.905.
3395 for Southwest 2146. Las Vegas approach, Southwest 2146, 12,000.
Air 106 Alpha Foxtrot, San Luis Tower, left on departure approved. Wind 3109 and runway 29 clear for takeoff. Southwest 2146, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 2981. Do you approach west?
We'll take an ILS, be great. Southwest 2146.
Southwest 2146, flat present heading back to ILS runway 25 left approach, just gonna maintain 5,000.
Okay, descend and maintain 5,000, fly heading for the ILS 25 left, Southwest 2146. Alright, so no more navigation that way. We can go ahead and descend ourselves. We are off the arrival now, so the speed restrictions do not matter. We'll go ahead and start that up. Start slowing down. Okay, heading select, vertical speed. Let's go ahead and brief the approach. ILS 25 left, frequency is 11175. Set that in both sides. Keep the right side on ILS mode. Course will be 255 on both sides. Field elevation is 2100. Decision height is 2350. Easy enough. Just need to watch our speed, make sure we don't get over 250, but I doubt we will.
This 1230 Las Vegas ground runway 1 at a right taxi via Hotel Backstrap.
And again, our approach speed will be, our VREF will be 137, which is fast for this aircraft, so hopefully not too much of an adventure coming in. We will see. This is a full plane though.
46, fly heading 240, join the runway 25 off the glider.
Heading 240 and join the 25 left localizer for 2146. Switch this over to ILS mode.
This 1230 Star Las Vegas Tower, wind 2305, runway 1 at a right clip takeoff.
Speed up our descent a little bit since maintaining the speed is no sweat. We're receiving DME.
2 Lima Delta, Santa Barbara altimeter.
Still no
2996.
localizer yet.
Southwest 2146, Shifton, correction 10 miles from Larry. Cross Larry at or above 5,000, cleared ILS runway 25 left approach.
Okay, cleared ILS 25 left approach for Southwest 2146, and be advised we're not yet receiving the localizer, so if we fly through it, if you could send us back, that'd be great.
Southwest 2146, crossing over just now, turn right heading 255, should be able to pick it up.
Okay, heading 255, Southwest 2146, thanks.
Southwest 2136, the flight heading 260, they'll pick it up just outside of where you should be able to be receiving it by then.
Okay, so we'll go heading 260, Southwest 2146. Matthias 17 Fernandez.
875, contact Las Vegas.
Thanks for the follow, appreciate that.
25
Want this localizer to start showing up. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Alright.
Flight 975.
We have our approach clearance, so we'll go approach mode.
125.9.
Approaching our 5,000 here.
Clips.
Yeah, we got it tuned. We're just far out. We're 22 miles out right now, and we were still pretty high. So it takes a while for the... I've had that issue before, though, where ATC expects you to be able to receive a localizer, and you're not quite getting there yet. So not the first time that's happened to me.
KLAS-1236.
Alright, let's start slowing down here.
Radar
Now that we've
contact.
leveled off to
Just a quick
5,000.
question, was I breaking up earlier?
Go flaps 1.
Roger.
Arm the speed brake. Auto brakes to 3. No worries, Fred, on the making sure we don't forget the easy stuff. You never know.
What was it again? Post 907 Las Vegas approach altimeter 2990. Advise you have weather for Henderson. Thank you. Southwest 2146, you wish to?
Southwest 24-6, we have the localizer now.
Southwest 2146, thank you. At Relin, contact Las Vegas Tower 119.9.
Okay, at Relin, we'll contact Tower 119.9. Thanks. Southwest 2146. So that's at DME 7.2.
2500.
I'm going to maneuver us a little bit here to get on that localizer. Which we should be able to do since we're cleared for the approach. There we go. Got it captured. Airport in front of us there. We'll be on the left runway there. JR is the best. 21. Thank you for the follow. Glide slope's coming active. Let's slow this thing way down. Go flaps 2 and 5. Gear down. Flaps 10. Using the accelerated flaps deployment schedule here, since we departed late. It's 25. You can see our max speeds coming down here. And we'll keep it at VREF plus. What was our VREF? 137. Keep it at plus 10.
Plus 875, remain outside Bravo airspace.
1 mile till the tower changeover. Go full flaps 30. That kind of stabilized there. 7.2 was our tower changeover. There we go.
Angeles clearance, getting your Raptor 77 has Sierra via part of Torrance.
Guy calling for clearance. I'm gonna jump in here. Las Vegas Tower, Southwest 2146, ILS 25 left.
Southwest 2146, Las Vegas Tower, wind 2305, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Clear line 25 left, Southwest 2146. Alright, auto throttles can come off, get those captured, and autopilot off.
Santa Maria Tower, Cessna 106 Alpha Foxtrot, 9 miles north with whiskey to land.
Rustlin Girl, thanks for the follow. P Mud, thanks for the follow.
Right downwind, runway 30, reportment field.
Probably should stop calling follows now so I get this plane on the ground.
106 Alpha Foxtrot.
Brakes are set, flaps are good.
7, Los Angeles clearance.
Got our clearance. Speed's looking good.
Are you looking for flight following or no?
Negative flight flying, and we're just going to be taking the industrial route down there to Torrance.
See the built-in scenery here for Las Vegas, not too bad. A little low. Pick that up. There we go. floaty.
Raptor 77.
100.
Roger. Are you looking for present
30.
position departure?
20.
Yep, it's going to be present position
Yeah.
departure for 77.
Raptor 77, Roger. You're not looking for a flight following, so
baby.
you won't need a beacon code. Contact tower, 119.8.
Reversers out.
Okay, we'll go over to tower. I just figured we'd
That
go
was
for it.
smooth as heck, y'all.
But I'll go straight to tower. Thanks. 77.
No problem, good choice.
Bring the reversers in.
Number 875 Henderson Airport.
Yeah, that was
12
nice.
miles reporting site.
Hit our speeds perfectly over the numbers. Touchdown nice and
Class
gentle.
875 Squawk VFR Raiders.
We'll watch that one again in the replay.
Henderson Tower
Once we
125.1.
get off the active runway here.
Southwest 2146 taxi is terminal via Alpha 5 Bravo 5 Charlie. Cross runway 25 right at Alpha 5 this frequency. Have a great night.
Okay, cross 25 right at Alpha 5 and to the terminal Alpha 5 Bravo 5 Charlie. Southwest 2146. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that might have been my best landing I've ever done in this aircraft. I'm not gonna lie.
Henderson Town plus 975 with the weather. Full stop.
Pretty pleased with that one.
About 8 southwest.
We'll get parked here and then I'll
775
run that one back on the
Henderson
replay
Tower,
and watch that one a little bit
runway
because
17 right,
that one's gonna be
report
worth reviewing.
Okay, enter right down for 17 right, report field 975.
It is a Lima Delta contact point here approach 124.7.
That was Alpha 5. Go Bravo 5 here. Get us over to Charlie.
Delta 512 Lima Delta point here approach altimeter 2988.
Get our come on. Oh, had mouse look enabled. Get our APU on while we're taxiing. And transponder off.
Central's helicopters, good evening. Raptor 77 Midfield Complex for industrial route south, requesting special VFR.
Raptor 77 Los Angeles helicopter.
APU started. We'll go bleed on.
Cleared out of Los Angeles.
Keep the air conditioning
Bravo
on.
Surface area,
It being Las
continue
Vegas and all.
special VFR conditions.
We'll race these baggage trucks.
Fly westbound to the shoreline.
Oh,
Enjoy
bad
the
decision to
universal
stop.
route,
Oh,
maintain
coming through.
VFR at or below 150 feet. Los Angeles altimeter 29990.
Okay, cleared out of LA Bravo.
Probably should have left the transponder on. I mean, I was entering the ramp area, so that was my only thought. We don't have our auto gate since this is default scenery, so we'll just ease in this way.
Our wrist out to the shoreline, Raptor 77, thank you.
My pleasure, and if you could
And brakes on. Parking brake.
Oh, forgot to hit the button.
APU gens on.
Raptor 77.
close 3 Sierra.
Shut down
contact Los
engines.
Angeles 134.65. Flight 875, have you in sight, runway 17 right, clear to land.
That's all she wrote, folks.
5.
Clear to land now, 17 right, 975.
The tennis ball on a string. Exactly. At other airports, you'll see the marshals and the advisors.
Center
Not at this one.
disconnected.
All right. PilotEdge is off, which means we can go into replay mode. take it from right here. As was noted in chat, we're at 140 over the numbers. That was gentle. Dead on the center too. I don't usually get that accurate with the center. I noticed the speed brakes didn't come up. So the arming of the speed brakes didn't work. Maybe they weren't, didn't quite detect the landing there. But I'll put that up against any one of the landings I've ever done. Yeah, replay bug could be. Although the speed brake was not extended on the ground either. I went to retract it and it was not extended. Yep, I'll take that all day. All day. All right. We will turn things off here. Maybe you can come off. Kill the battery. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone's live chat. I will plan to stream tomorrow night. We'll probably do another leg, maybe Vegas to San Francisco, something like that. Feel free to make your suggestions for routes in the chat, and I'll be on Discord for a little bit after the stream. Thanks for watching.